Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here in our single player world. We've had a day without an episode and it feels so strange. It feels like it's been such a long time since I've been in here, but really it hasn't. So I thought I'd start off now. I was going to actually sleep this away eventually, just wait for it before I started. But I thought I'd let the blizzard and rain and just all the stuff go and see how it looks with this. So starting off, I want to quickly update you guys on a few things that have happened. First of all, this area, it's kind of hard to see actually with this. I think I might have a setting in here to turn it down. So, first of all, I've built a bunch of mountains in this area. Maybe it's in here. Is that where it is? I'm probably looking right over it. You know what? I'll fix it up later. So, as we're walking through here, this is my plans for the mountains. We've got some... You can't actually see it that well. Dang it. I thought it was a good idea. I tried. Okay, so we've got a big mountain over there that I've started. Started that on a stream yesterday for me. And as we walk through here, we've got a few things that have happened. I've got some suggestions for this, and I'm starting off this episode just with a bit of an update for you guys who might not know everything that's going on very, very quickly, of course, because we've got some big plans for today, so I've got to get to those as well. First update was to use ladders. Seems pretty obvious now. I should have used ladders. They just work so well with these on the top here. As much as I actually don't mind the trapdoors, in fact, I almost prefer the look of the trapdoors next to it, but you can't deny that the ladders are by far the more practical thing to add on there. So we'll put those in there, and take those there. So that's how one of our first improvements. Oh, don't want to lose that. Perfect. Then, of course, we've done these things in here, and that is really all that I wanted to give you guys an update on before we get started on, well, at least for the world, before we get started on today's episode. The other thing that I want to give you guys an update on is on the, okay, I guess I'm taking some snowballs. Is on our Patreon page. A few things have changed, so if you guys want to check it out again, link down in the description, and also welcome to all the new patrons that have joined us and are now playing on the server, so welcome, guys. And besides that, that's all the updates that we have for today. Maybe in the house we've got a new dog, and, well, we've put the dog in the house. I kind of like how it's looking at the fireplace. As soon as I come in, it kind of turns around normally. This one's, yeah, there we go. We distracted it. But yeah, that was just a little bit of an update on all this area here, because we're not actually going to be building today. Well, building pretty buildings, at least, today. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of an adventure, which I'm assuming is probably quite obvious. And then we are also going to go ahead and start on a little bit of a farm, or you could call it a fixer-upper farm. Maybe that'll be better off. We're fixing a farm. So, first of all, I want to go off and find ourselves an ocean monument. And I have been asked countless times for us to fight the Elder Guardians or find an ocean monument. And this world is not short of ocean monuments. Let me tell you that. We are not short of them at all. In fact, I think if I go this way, yeah, there we go. Is that one? No, that's not one. That's just the sea. That's just the gravel at the bottom of the ocean. But I know there is one here. There's a double one somewhere. In fact, I might have to have a look for that double ocean monument. That might be not a bad idea. There should be one. I think it's just around here. Let me go through here. Because it always attacks me whenever I go through to the desert biome. Turns out I might be lost. You know what? I will get back to you guys once I find it. Alright, so we have found it. We've got ourselves... In fact, maybe I'll be better off getting rid of maybe that there, putting those in there. Because if we stay in this mode, we might be pretty good to just move around. So first of all, I should have got respiration. I didn't think that's far, and we don't have respiration on a helmet. That's not a big problem. What I'm going to do now is we're going to get started on this. Let's get that out, water breathing, and night vision for our next bunch. And we're going to get started on finding these Elder Guardians. I haven't yet got the effect on me, which is kind of strange. In fact, this might be a good opportunity to try dig through. If we haven't got the effect on us yet, I mean, that's a great opportunity. And I know everyone's going to be saying, Jansey, why don't you have a shield? Two reasons. One, I forgot about the shield. Two, ooh, okay, never mind. We've got some gold. Let's go for this. Two, I don't really use the shield anyway. So I guess it would have been a good idea, but I forget things. Let's check out here. What's this guy? This guy's just interested in nothing. Why have I not got the effect applied to me? Is there maybe no Elder Guardian in here? Because this isn't the one that I thought I was going for. This one is another one. This is very strange. Because I have not done any fighting of Elder Guardians. Where could you be, Elder Guardian? Hello? Um, is this out the top? Yeah, this is very... Okay, there we go. There we go. You come to haunt me now, why don't you? Okay, so let's have a look around here. I think we should be able to find one. Where is the front of the base? I haven't done this too long ago. If I think about back to my last build, I did that relatively... Get out my way. Get out my way. Get up my way. There we go. Killed him. There. Perfect. Thank you. Nothing around here. Tell you what. When I find this thing, I'm going to destroy this thing. There should be 3. And the odds of finding them should be pretty good, I would imagine. Maybe this is where we have to go. It's very strange, that fact that we didn't get hit by mining fatigue quick enough. Oh, this is gonna hurt. There we go. Yeah, I could see that one coming. I said I'll be back, and I'm back. Oh, snap. This guy actually, I think this guy's gonna hit hard. I don't think I've ever actually been hit by one of these guys, but I don't want to try. Okay, let's check the hit points on this guy. Because these fights aren't nearly as exciting as the dragon or the... Dang it. Although, maybe if I die, it might make it a bit more exciting. But yeah, they aren't nearly as exciting as the dragon or the wither. Because they really don't do much. Like, the wither actually is probably a bit more boring than the dragon fight. The dragon's got a few different stages. This is... I know, oh man, I swear every episode... There we go, that was easy. Every episode, we pretty much have some suggestions that I want to do that I would suggest in the game, and I reckon a lot of them are obviously very big suggestions that the whole community would like. And of course, more boss fights. Imagine that, a few more boss fights around the place. I wish I got an achievement for that. Do I maybe get an achievement for clearing out one of these? Maybe that's the case. Maybe I should get an achievement for actually finding one of these things. Man, it's it's not easy. Right. There's just a bunch of dead-end rooms, and I'm probably going in circles right now into the same spots over and over again. So I'll bring you guys back once I've got all 3 of them. In fact, if this has glitched out and I've only got 1 in here, we will probably find out pretty soon if the mining fatigue doesn't reset. What's the mining fatigue on now? Yeah, normally I think it renews itself, which is very strange. Thank you. That was 1 hit. All right, I'm kind of lost. We're back with the next one, and this one is not going to be as easy as the last one, because we've got a bunch... Yeah, watch this. This could be the end of me. This could be the very end of me. I've got to keep going down here, breaking their gaze, because of course, look at that. There we go. They're all trying to go for me. This is where a shield would have been a good idea. Okay, I regret my shield comment. I regret it. I needed to bring a shield. Okay, let's just get some hits on this guy. Oh, yeah. Spikes are down. In fact... Get me out of here, get me out of here. Oh, snap. No, here, this is gonna hurt. Alright, so I've got my apple. If I need to use it, we can go for it, give ourselves an extra little bit of a chance. Let's get rid of that guy. Okay, good. If we can go from here, this actually isn't a bad vantage point. Look at that. Yeah, easy, easy. 2 down, 1 more to go. And number 3, we've got it around here. Of course, you go coiling up into a little ball. This one's actually probably going to be a bit easier than the last one. If I get myself to a good spot again, which I think this is a better spot, just in general. Man, you know what? You know what I reckon is going to be my death against these things? It's not it hit... Oh, no. Man, that chunked me, man. Look at that. That's, like, destroyed my health. All right, this is safe. So, this is actually a very easy fight. Because, of course, we've got 2 down. Once this one's down, I want to have a look and explore for maybe a few sponges. That could be kind of useful. And, of course, we're going to get the question 100 times. Are you going to make this an automatic, like, ocean monument thing for drops? You know what I'm talking about? What would you call this a guardian farm? Oh, no. That means I need one of these. And I need one of these. And now we're good. All right. So, yes, we will be making one eventually. Once we finish off a few more reds... Oh, it was just 1? That kind of disappoints me that I ran away before these guys hurt me. Yeah? Really? Really? You want to do that to me? You treat me like this? And that could be... that could be the end. Fighting... falling to these guys here. Alright, there you go. Right. So, I'm gonna have a look around for some sponge. I know that sponge doesn't always spawn in these things. I just need to find the spot. It was kind of like, you know when I dug up those blocks of gold? It's in one of those spots there. Like, should have brought a bucket of milk. That would have been a good idea. Like one of these. That's actually where I came in. So I was actually very close to finding one of the Guardians straight away. It's the same one. Alrighty, so let's go around here before we get started on our next big thing for today. Alright guys, I may have been wrong. Here I've been looking around here for these things that hold sponges. Let me get rid of some of these guys. And turns out, when I was here looking around here, just the last clip, they were right above my head. And of course, you can see we haven't actually gone too far, but I can't believe I went around in circles looking for the things that I just should have looked up for. By the way, quick apology for not having any audio in our first clip today. I just realized, well, I actually realized before I recorded the next two clips, we did, well, we being me, I'm not roping everyone else into this, not have audio for that because I actually had too much audio on that because I was recording myself on the same channel as what I record the game sounds, and that just doesn't work because if that was the case, we would either have two of my voice playing, which kind of sounds annoying. I think everyone would agree. One is enough, or the alternative would have been having very quiet voice and super loud game sounds. And we don't want that either, because what I do after this is just an interesting little thing. What I do after this is, when I'm busy editing my video, I go through and I push up the voice audio, because of course it's a lot quieter. And I can't do that if I've got the game audio in the same channel. So I've got two different sound channels. Makes a bit of sense, I guess. But yeah, that's what I do. And that's why it wouldn't have worked if I left the sound in there. So we do have sound. It's just not going to work. Bam. How many of these do we have? We've got a good... Oh, yeah. I've done so many just one hits of these things that I'm getting them one hit almost by the end of it. Come back here. There we go. Probably should eat. So yes, now for the final time. Let's get started on today's big project. Today we start by destroying a project that I had issues with from the beginning. I thought this would come in very, very handy, and it actually has. It has come in very, very handy up till now. However, I feel that it's not going to be... We knew that after we built it, we weren't going to have a very long tenure with this thing, because of course, I misunderstood how sugarcane actually grew. And what we need for sugarcane to grow, this was the issue, right? So I built this in the spawn chunks, thinking that the farm's always going to be loaded, we won't have any trouble growing sugarcane, which, to be honest, if that was my logic, that's completely correct logic to have. Until you get to the fact that sugarcane need the player to be around, not just the chunk to be loaded. So basically, I thought because this area here is loaded at all times, that we'd be fine, but it really isn't. So thank goodness, look at all these things popping up here. Thank goodness we found out through the grace of the comments, because of course the comments is always what helps me out. And many of you said, Jansey, it's not going to work. You need the sugarcane to be near you, and that's true. Actually, how are these things holding on for so long without water? Look at these. All of these guys here. It's kind of interesting. Let's see how long it takes. Maybe if I update one of these. Yeah, there we go. I've actually got to work out how that happened. That's actually pretty cool. That could be very useful. So yes, what I was saying is, people mentioned that this wasn't going to work, and they were right. It wouldn't have worked. So I've got a better idea anyway. This one was before we had a bunch of slime. So we're going to start off with the better idea in a pretty cool location. And that location is right below our giant mob farm. You can just very, very easily make it out there. Let me do this. I've actually just gone back for these. After doing all this work, going up and down for air, I finally came back with these. So now my life will be a lot easier. So you can see what I've done so far. I've filled in this chunk. And what we are doing here, and the reason why we're at the mob farm, and also the reason why I thought it was good to add these two things together in today's episode, is I want to do a... Why am I... Is that going to... it's not going down. Good. Let me just take all my air back. So what we are doing is we are going to be clearing out a bunch of water here and building our sugarcane farm down at the bottom of the ocean. And the reason we're building it in this particular location, why I said it's a really cool location, is because it's right next to our mob farm. And we are going to be AFKing at our mob farm a fair bit and maybe do a few more AFK farms around this area. And that's going to keep the sugarcane loaded in when we are around here and keep all of our AFKing spots nearby. I think it's important to have them all nearby because if we've got them spread out, of course, then I've got to AFK at sugarcane. I've got to AFK at the mob farm. I've got to AFK at 101 different places. Whereas we could just AFK at one place. And perhaps even if we have a problem, have an off switch for this, I feel like we probably won't need one. I feel like I'm always going to have a need for sugar cane, for paper, for brewing ingredients. For some reason, we're going to need it. And if you're wondering, still, maybe it's not too obvious to everybody, why we have this this need for the sponges, gonna find out very, very soon. Now, probably, as a matter of fact, should have brought a furnace, but that's alright. That's okay. And another thing, by the way, what I've done is I've tested out just how far I have to go, roughly, not the exact location, or distance at least, for how far we have to go for sugarcane to spawn. So I'm hoping we're going to do alright. Okay, here's the problem with these, right? You got to place them and make sure they don't have time to spawn in some new water blocks. And I haven't got it down to an art. I'm sure there's a very logical way of doing this, which I'm not doing, of course. But that's alright. We'll learn. I'm sure I'm going to do a lot of water clearing in this series. So there we go. Let's do that. Man, sponges make this job so easy. Now, my big issue is no furnace, but that's alright. That's a trip away. Okay. Bam. Bam. And as long as I can do this sideways, I think that should be alright. There we go. Okay, one last part. There we go there, and done. That was actually very, very easy. So we've still got 38 left. So we could probably do the next half of this. And then I want to dig down, because we're on level, what, 30? Yeah, 32. I want to dig down to level 20. And I'm going to set this farm on level 20. I'm not going to go too much lower than that, because I think that is a bit overkill. And we're going to go up to that level there, which is the ocean level. And I don't want to go too high. And the reason, also, here's another reason. You might be wondering why I'm going down and not building up. That is because I don't want it to interfere with our mob farm. So I want it to be as low to the ground as possible. And hopefully that will cause any issues, any interference, to be negated, of course. You know what? I reckon I could give this a go with just spamming these around here. Let's try this out, all right? Oh, man, nah, this is not going to work. Let me think about it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'll do it the smart way. How's this, guys? I'm on my way down here digging from that level there. And look at that. Oh, that skeleton's, yeah, in a world of hurt. Is this ridiculous? Or what? There has to be a spawner around here. No way this is all natural spawn. Is that a diamond? That's not a diamond sword. No, that's a steel sword. Iron sword. Let's see if we can get that skeleton to try to shoot us. There we go. Come on. Shoot us. It's a good idea. I swear. Oh, man. Can I... Oh, there's another one. Bam. That's gonna help me. Okay, is there another creeper around here? Maybe we can get another one to explode. Yeah... There we go. Bam. Good, good, good. Man, that was very useful. Thank you, creeper. Another one? Come on. That guy just shot the creeper. I thought that was gonna help. Oh, man. Okay, bam. Actually, wait, I want you here. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, now, if only I had some torches. That would be great. Spider, you're not gonna kill me. Oh, man. Skeleton over there. Right, this might be bad. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. This guy has to go, and then I'll be happy to take on a skeleton by myself. Perfect. Oh, ooh. Alright, let's keep going. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Yep, there it is. There it is. I was asking for it. And after all of that, I have finally got some stuff done. Look at this. We got a floor down with a bit of glass, a bit of the normal concrete powder underneath there, the light blue concrete powder. And I started with this stuff, and I thought, you know what? Why am I starting with it? I'm meant to be showing you guys what's happening here. So we do have a casualty. We did lose something in that last time. That little fight. We lost our mending, unbreaking 3 wings. That is very, very sad, but it's alright. We will be able to fix it very, very easily. So I'll explain to you what is going on here very, very quickly and hopefully easily. This is actually a lot easier redstone than what we've done pretty much everywhere else. So here we've got a piston, right there, sticky piston. And what we're going to do is we're going to power the sticky piston with these slime blocks on it over here and over here. So we can go that one, 5 in that direction, 5 in that direction. And we're doing 5 in each direction just to maintain the symmetry, right? Because really, if we could do 12, we could do one there, one more of those, including those. So that would be 5, 5, and 1 in the middle. But 12 is the limit of how many blocks this can push. So I'm going to keep it at 11. And that gives us a center to work with. I think that's a better idea. And then the other thing is we're also going to do one of these over here. Like, not like that. Like that. Perfect. And this is going to mean... You know what? I've done this incorrectly. I want these over here. I thought about it before, and I want this one actually over here. Then that is our center point there. That makes sense. Alright, so I'm going to have to move these blocks up one more, just because we've done it in a chunk, and I want that to be a center. So there we go. This is going to be very, very simple. Now, the idea is, and the reason why I'm using slime blocks, is when we were breaking the sugarcane in our last farm, being the farm in this world that we just destroyed, a lot of it would just pop down because we were using just a piston, and it would just pop down on top of the grass that's sitting there. And that is not very useful to us because what happens is it doesn't get picked up, it just sits there and absolutely nothing happens to it. So let me do that there. Bam, bam. And now we need to just get a water stream in here. But yeah, as I was saying, it just isn't very useful because, of course, you are losing, not a lot, but a fair amount, a little bit, of your stuff you want. So that's not very, very good. Right, so if that happens there, that should push it off into a stream over here, and that one there into a stream here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so then I'm also going to be doing, as I kind of gestured to there, another one over here. So I'll do this here, there, and then we'll just do these across here again. And this is all going to be unspawnable, by the way. I don't want this area to be a spawnable area, just to... I mean, if it makes any improvement on our mob farm, that's better, you know? That's always a good improvement to have. So this would have to go in... I get the feeling it's going to pour straight off. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to have to... I want this to pour along this way. Oh, you know what? Let me actually try this. Let me try this idea. I could do this, that... Yeah, I'm going to have to do it the way I think I'm going to have to do it. That's not an issue. So I'll do 1, 1, 1, and it's going to be flowing down this way and flowing down this way. And the reason we want this to flow down in each direction, and I just realized it's going to be a bit of trouble, but that's not a problem. I'm going to have a bit of trouble trying to get these to not make a solid block here, but that's okay. And then, of course, as I say, I'm going to need to put in a bit more here, and I'm going to have to take out that side of the wall. But you guys get the point. I'm gonna have to put in another one of these things over here. But that won't be done right now. That's not important. I want to just get one of these done for a proof of concept, and not only that, also just so that we have it working. And one should be enough for us to, if we really needed to, we should be able to AFK with just one. But our big trouble here is going to be making sure that these two water streams don't mix. Okay. So let me just get started with this. Let's get one of these and some of those. And this is exactly how easy this redstone is, right? So we do that there. That, break that. And if we just put one of these, that's all that's going to happen. It's going to do that, bump them there, and the slime block is going to shoot this off into this direction, where we're going to have another wall, which is right over here, this glass wall, to stop it and bump it down into the stream below. So that is going to stop it from getting bounced all the way onto these ones and stop these ones getting bounced all the way into these ones. We'll just have this wall going up the middle. I know it's probably not the most efficient of designs, guys, but it's a good design, I think. And it's gonna work. Trust me, it will work. I've got a lot of faith in this thing working. It's in fact pretty much what I had in my last world. The only struggle that we'll have, as I say, and I'm fairly certain I'm going to be right about this, is making sure that the water doesn't mix into one block. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you will very, very shortly see. So that was actually quite a derpy problem for me to have. I figured out a way. If I remove these ones here first, and then I've got the water on each side here, and I remove these ones now, they should not connect. Do they? Do they connect? Is that a thing? I think they are connecting. Okay, maybe my plans aren't working as well as I thought. Let me just drop one of these in here. No, they are. They're working. Look at that. That is actually really cool. So let's just say, bam, one of those fall in, get pushed down there, and get put into a water stream. That is actually better than my original plan. That is going to work very well. And then, of course, all I'll need to do now is put some of this in right over here. We'll put in one of these there. And I actually have to put this down one level. So if I put in on this level, which means I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of sneaky sign placing or something along those lines to stop. Okay, that's not going to do it. To stop the water from running, so we get a stream going here. Can I get that? Yeah, cool. I thought I placed a block in that spot, so that we get a water stream pushing this way. Because currently the items are going to just fall straight down and stop. We don't want that. We want it to go down this way. That's all right. So if I put in some signs on this level, I might have to move the floor one level down, and then we should get this all to work. In fact, probably the floor 2 more levels down, but that's not a problem. Of course, now this means we can do this here. That was cooler than I wanted, but that's all right. Okay, let me just count this quick. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I might be able to get a 5th one in here as well, which is great. And because I might have miscounted, but now we should be able to just do this. Place some of these guys down here, and that is ready to go. Now the only thing to make this farm work, of course I say that already, but the only bit of redstone to make it work now is going to be the timer connecting up to this, which shouldn't be a trouble at all. I'm going to actually do that in a room off to the side here, and that's going to be because if we want to go down, I'm not going to move it. I just have to have it connected there, and everything's going to be connected to it. So I'll quickly go through that. Let's just open up an area, actually. Yeah, that should be easy. Opening up an area like this will be very, very quick, very, very easy. And I'm going to have to put in one of those normal clocks that I've shown you guys 100 times, but they're very, very useful. Alright, so you know what I thought? I thought this might be actually something to maybe do every now and then on camera, so you guys get at least some perspective on what this thing is. Because this is, in fact, if I had to say, I mean, from the bit of redstone that I know, and it's sometimes a bit interesting to me to see that it's actually probably sometimes a bit above what a lot of the community knows, and maybe this could help somebody. And I'll show you guys what the most important, in my opinion, the most important things I've ever learned in redstone are. And these things keep coming up over and over again. If you can master the concept behind these, I guarantee you'll find redstone a lot more simpler and most probably a lot more fun because you know what's going on. So what I've done there is I've got these comparators, which are going to be reading out how many items are in this. So we put the items in this, and they're going to push in each of these. So when these items all go to one side, that one there will unpower because there'll be no items there. And then that one will go, and the redstone block stops it. So maybe just take a look at that, get your mind around it, and if you don't get that, don't worry. Just think of that as the clock. Eventually, one day, it's bound to help you out. So when that eventually moves over, it's going to power this. That's not a problem. Now, here's our next thing, and we did have a few zombies and stuff, and most importantly, creepers down there. So we're not going to be dealing with that. This is the next most important thing here. Putting in one of those. There's a piston there. Look at that. You see that piston that has, well, how it goes up there? Very, very important. And what that does is that'll allow us to take a very quick single signal from this. And I'll show you what I mean by like a single signal. It's called a one-tick pulse. And pretty much, as soon as I put one of... Do I not? I was going to say, I should have plenty of redstone repeaters. We got to put it on one tick. Just because that's the way it works. So once that comes through, it's going to give us this very quick pulse. Look at this. Just give it a second. It's bound to come over here. And you see that? It goes on very, very quickly. It doesn't go on for long, and it doesn't keep it going. So right now, if that was powered, and we were just powering this piston off there, that piston would just be out extended, not letting these things grow. So very, very simple things. Between that and that, this is a monostable circuit. If ever you guys have heard that term, that's it over there. I hope I'm helping somebody. Now, the next problem that we have here, this is where we have the little bit of an interesting situation, is I need to work out a way of making sure that these don't shoot a block forward, because this monostable circuit is useful for a very important thing here, and that is shooting blocks forward. I'll show you what I mean by that. So if we do this here, put one of these on here, well, actually, that doesn't even need it. We just put one of those there. This should be able to push this block forward and pull it back, correct? But with the monostable circuit, let me just quickly power it. Okay, dang it, we just missed it. All right, once that powers, I'll show you what I mean. So basically, my solution is going to be putting those on there, and I think that should be all right. Let's just wait. This will be a matter of 9 more blocks. So that should stick this block out here. There we go. Okay. So maybe that extra tick that I've got in there doesn't help it. So that tick helps it push back there. You see that? That's what we want. You see that? That's perfect. So that extra, if I took away this tick, watch this. That thing's taken away. Let me just do this. Make life easy. So if I do this now, it gets stuck. You see? That's what I'm trying to get to. Just in case anybody was wondering. So now, this is my next part. I've got redstone dust running along here, and I want to take off a signal from that there. Put in let's just put in one of these for a placeholder. Then we'll do again. That and... Dang it. Just don't have enough. I do. I've got more than enough. Never mind. And... yeah. Okay. Cool. So what this is going to do is we want to send a signal up to this that is completely on at all times. Well, for a certain period of time to stop that from going there. And in fact, this might not even be an issue if this is the case that I misunderstood. So we'll do that there. We will put in... guess I could just do a normal redstone, one of these things. So here's another interesting fact. Redstone, the dust, can run upwards on half slabs, but not downwards. Figure that. I do not know why, but that's the way it works. Redstone's a mysterious thing. There is actually a repeater in there, which I need to get rid of quick. Let's just do that there. Get rid of that. Actually, that would have worked. Never mind. Sorry, repeater. Keep this come to me. There we go. So we do that there, and we'll go down here. And I think that'll be alright. Let's check what happens. Let's do this. Keep an eye out for that. Dang, we keep missing this. Alright, there we go. Let's just do that there. Not that. That is dumb. That there. You see how that got stuck there? Do you see what I mean? So it pumped it there too quickly. So if I do that, there we go. That's our problem. So let's do this. Give it another signal. So that's put it out there. And let's test it out now. Wonderful. If you have a look there very, very quickly, we should see it move now. It's about to go over. Look at this. Very, very quickly. Very, very simple. That's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to go out, back in, and there's all our trouble for this thing. Okay, that's easy. I'm actually going to move this over one block. Oh, no, I don't need to move it over a block. It's in the right place. It's not a problem. So that is as simple as it gets. We've got a little bit of a timer. As I say, think about it. You might be able to work it out. Very, very easy. And then this little mechanism here to make sure that it goes off and on very quickly. Man, that was very simple. Surprisingly. I know it seems like a lot, but it's very, very easy. And I think this is going to work. So now it's just a matter of me tiling it up to the top and putting in a little bit of a storage system. And you can see we've already got our first sugarcane right there. Wonderful. Well, seeing as we don't have an elytra, I was actually going to do a little bit of a flyover at the daytime, just so you guys could see what that area was looking like that we started off with. But of course, the elytra being lost is a problem. But for today, guys, I think that will do it for this episode. I've just looked at the time. This episode's gone very, very quick. Very, very quick, in fact. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. A little bit of a different one to split up the episodes. As per usual, I don't like to do building every single time. I don't like to do everything every single time. You know what I mean? Just changing around, keeping things exciting. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one.